Sticking with WWE, let's talk about Matt Riddle.
Oh, boy.
He's back in the news, isn't he?
Do you have enough time now? We've talked about Matt Riddle in the past.
Of course we have, because controversy just lives around this kid for some reason.
But when we've talked about Matt Riddle in the past, we've gotten some very, very detailed comments about Matt Riddle because he's a pistol. He's a lightning rod.
Well, in this instance, the story that I read was they were coming back from the big India trip, which is a long flight. And from the plane ride from hell, a lot of these superstars on those long flights partake in a little bit of alcohol.
Yes, they do.
Among other things. And now don't come at me. I don't know what he was on. The article that I read said he was inebriated. So heavily intoxicated was what I read. And he claims that he was at the airport.
Yep.
Very, very vocal about this. Did you read the same thing?
I did, but I've read a lot of other things since. So his tweet and claim of SA, as we will now call it going forward, call it SA for purposes of our great and powerful YouTube overlords.
Oz.
That tweet has since been deleted.
By Matt Riddle.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, in his past, he has been accused of the same thing, and it has been categorically denied, and the people who have accused him have been called every name in the book by fans of WWE and so on and so forth. So his inebriation not really helping his cause. What are we to believe? Is there a police report? Is there a comment from WWE? Has he been suspended? Where are we at with the story?
I don't know, but the article I read, it didn't really go into detail how he was assaulted. So I didn't see, did this agent, touch him inappropriately? I don't know if it was a male. I don't know if it was a female. I'm assuming it was a male that was doing it, because don't they? I don't know. I think I read that it was a male.
He posted the picture.
So, it's kind of like, what exactly happened and why did he take the tweet down?
That's the $1 million question.
And no follow-up from him now.
In the post, Riddle claimed he was SA'd by the officer in the picture. Even after saying no, he went on to say the officer went out of their way to make him feel small and useless, though he didn't go into much detail about the actual alleged act. However, TMZ reported that Port Authority police were called to JFK Airport for a disorderly person who was getting off of a flight. That person turned out to be Matt Riddle.
But when he said no, what is he saying no to? It's like, sir, put your arms out. I have to put this wand around you. No. It's like, what were they doing to him that he said no? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he's a problem. I mean,
example, or your assessment of being SA'd. What were they actually doing to him? I mean, I've been patted down.
Yeah.
And nobody has ever, thank God, tried to grab my genitals or touch my breast or anything like that. Are they grabbing at him? Are they touching his junk? Like, what was happening that he got all weird? Or was it in his mind? He was just so drunk he didn't know what was going on.
Could have been that. I mean, that to me seems like, did he have something somewhere that he didn't want somebody to see, perhaps?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, that could have been it. Now, a follow-up, if you saw it, was one of the victims who come forward, potential victims who've come forward accusing Matt Riddle of past allegations of SA, came forward and basically were like, how does it feel?
Whoa.
Have you seen that?
She was like, in your face.
And it was a video, and it was kind of like the big FU, and
wow.
Again, WWE, they pulled them from Raw, and when are they going to finally make a move? I mean, because this is a mounting list of things happening to this guy.
Well,
And and when's enough?
you know what I think it might be? If they feel like he's drawing them money, if he's a big draw, they're just going to keep slapping him on the wrist. You know what I mean? Little slap here, little slap there. If they're seeing a bigger picture with him down the line, maybe that's why they're not really doing anything. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just know that certain people get certain privileges.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he's one of those guys that they see something down the line in. And I said it, everybody's replaceable. But if they're not finding this kind of behavior damaging to the company, then they see a bigger picture for him. So
I don't get the character. I don't get the it's like a dime store RVD meets the Karate Kid meets UFC, meets Spicoli from Fast Times. It's a bad act. And I interviewed him when he was on the indie scene, and he had gotten kicked out of the UFC by Dana White. He kind of had like the trajectory to be in WWE just because he was flashy and he had the UFC pedigree. I just didn't get it then. I don't get it now. I don't see the star. I don't get it, but enough's enough with this guy. Cut bait and, just send him
somebody
off
gets it.
Else.
Somebody gets it because he's out there and he's doing his thing. And I don't know. He's kind of pushing it. I mean, there's, you can only get away with things for so long before they finally say, okay, enough's enough, but like I said, I think there's something down the line that they see that we don't. And I don't know.
But let me say this though, and this could be the case. Somebody got it. That guy isn't in control of the company anymore. The guys that are in control of the company now got rid of him when he worked for the UFC.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to see what happens down the line.